Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? My juicy little lights, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go, my beautiful little lights that they are, okay? I feel happier when I've got my lights back. Okay, my delicious little babies now then. So I've only got two pieces today. Now it's nearly 4:15 in our old afternoon, my delicious little babies. Well, it's almost evening now, isn't it? Okay. And yeah, it's very grey outside, okay? It appears as though it's going to rain. And yeah, it's rather chilly. Okay, my delicious little babies. So nothing ever lasts so long in our old England, my delicious little babies. Okay, so they give you a little bit of sunshine, and then there we are. Then they snatch it straight back. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, not to worry, not to worry. Yeah, yesterday my video took hours to upload, my delicious little babies. So I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway. But I'm doing a bit of a testing at the moment. Okay, my delicious little babies. Just here and there. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so that's what I wanted to say to you, okay? Because right, you know who I was talking about the other day, my delicious little babies. This is who the uploader is, and please, I would really ask you to take a really good look at this little video, my delicious little babies. I think it's I've forgotten now. It's about 20, I think nearly 28 minutes long, my delicious little babies, if I've got the right one. And this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 267,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. In the old space bar, should anybody have any form of an interest, my delicious little babies, Moody, okay, so it's MOODR space food space Berlin, okay, my delicious little babies. So Moody Food Berlin, okay, all spaces, okay, my delicious little babies. And the video should read: the Frying Dutchman, handcrafted chicken and chips in a mall. Okay, my delicious little baby. So, in other words, in like what we call a shopping centre over here in England, my delicious little babies, we do not call it a mall, you see. It's a shopping centre where I come from, my delicious little babies, okay? Anyway, but the reason why I'm mentioning about this, okay, my delicious little babies, is that maybe for some sorry, excuse me, maybe for some in the world, maybe they could take a leaf out of your man there's book. Do you see what I mean? Because I happen to enjoy watching the video, okay, my delicious little babies, and what it is. And I'll explain it once again. You see what it is, you see, because he does like homemade chips, my delicious little babies, but it's really good because he's got like this kind of machine thing, and then you put your spud, underneath, and then you just pull down, this lever thing. You pull it down, and it cuts the chips. And then what he then does, so he does so many, and then he washes all the chips, then he puts them in their buckets. You see what I mean? You can actually hear one of the customers, bless, said, we like the food here because, the chips are homemade. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. So what's my point? What I'm saying? My point is, and not only that, even when the season, the chicken, they do all that, okay? I should imagine for many of you out there, you will start to feel, unless you've already eaten, watching it, my delicious little babies, okay? But for most of you, there we are, it will make you feel super duper deliciously hungry, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Because when he's when they've cooked the chicken the one way, it's all seasoned and everything, okay? Then they put that to the side, and then, you know, they finish it off, so when somebody wants chicken and chips, then they fry it. You can actually hear the crunch, you know, as it's going through. So for any meat lovers out there, you'd, there we are, enjoy that video. But what I feel is special about this, and with anybody not in that way, not in that way, what I feel is very special about this is that his dear Papa Bear, his dear daddy, passed away. So, you know, he wanted to, you know, keep it going. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And so you can see that what your man there does, the owner, yes, because he has like a little shop in this shopping centre. You know, he does, you can just tell. He does it from the heart. And not only that, you know, like the sauces and everything, they're all homemade. I mean, if you look at how to make different sauces, yes, as long as you got the ingredients, my delicious little babies, there we are. It's so flipping super duper, there we are, easy. It's just unreal. And, you know, like, because I buy, there we are, a lot of my lovely Greek yogurt, okay, my delicious little babies, okay. Well, I happen to buy a lot of it, okay. And you can do so many things. You can make, there we are, so many sauces, you know, with Greek yogurt, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But it's well worth a watch. But yeah, for some other, you know, whether these are in England or otherwise, my delicious little babies are around the world, they should really take a leaf out of your man here's book, okay? Because the way I see it is, I mean, if I'd come across that little shop, I would be more than happy to go in there and spend some ka-ching, you see what I mean? But he does different things. It's like when he does the fish, you know, of course he does it in differently because it's like in little squares. But the point is, from what I can see, there we are, you're getting your ka-ching's worth, but it's done with heart. Do you see what I mean? And that's the point I'm making. You know, and like I say to you, you know, you've got some restaurants, whether it be in England, don't get me wrong, I mean, you've got good and bad everywhere, doesn't matter where you go in the world, but the point is that, you know, for some, I would strongly suggest to them to take a look. I actually said, I can't remember who I said it to now, but I actually did say, you know what I mean? I said, I can't remember who I said it to. I said, maybe I need to take my dog and bone and take the video, you know, into some places, you know what I mean? You know, give them some suggestions in somewhere. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, but for myself, yeah, a really good video. And I respect your man there, which I do. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Because like I've just said, I repeat again, he does it with a heart. There we are. He's puts his heart, there we are, and his soul into it. And that's how many businesses should be. My delicious little babies, okay? But some are just not. They couldn't give a figureless F. Do you know what I mean? Well, if that's the case, well, simple things, just, you know, shut shop. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, can I just put you on pause, my delicious little babies, okay? Won't be a merger. Thank you. I'm sorry about that, my delicious little babies. It's all right. It's my beautiful little neighbours up the road. Bless, it's their beautiful little chinny chin chin. She's coming to visit, come and have a bite to eat. And then she goes straight back out, my delicious little baby. She just pops down to come and see us, okay, my delicious little babies anyway. Right, sorry about that. Right, now then. So, yeah, a really good video to take a look at, my delicious little babies. It really is, okay? And like I say, you know, when somebody does something with good heart, well, you know, they should be respected, shouldn't they, my delicious little babies, do you say? Now then, so, right, okay. The next one, my delicious little babies, who I do advertise sometimes. Now, he appears to be, bless him, and not in that way, not in that way. He appears to be the only one that I do not get a notification for. So for anybody else who I'm subscribed to, yeah, sticking up my delicious little babies, okay, you know, I get a notification and then I'll watch it, you know, and always put a like, you know, and occasionally I'll put you know, a comment, okay, my delicious little babies. But this dear man here is the only one who I do not receive a notification for, and I'm subscribed to him, so I do not know about that. And something else as well, you know, when you're trying to forward the video, it's like, you know, you should be able to forward it and then click on it and then send to somebody else and then send to somebody else. Now, some videos, it's been made very difficult, and I have to keep coming back out, then share again, then doing it that way. It's like the long way, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Now then, so this uploader happens to have 40.7 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? And search engine of your choice, okay? Truth Nation, okay? Truth Nation. It's, in fact, this is all in capitals, my delicious little babies, okay? Truth Nation, and then space mag bitter truth video. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And then space. But I bet you, so then you should have reached your destination now then. Well, this has only just been uploaded about 14 hours ago. And it should read, they're making America the most hated country in the world. Okay, my delicious little baby, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? They're making America the most hated country in the world. Okay, my delicious little babies. I mean, I do laugh, you know, throughout, you know, in parts with Mag, bless him, okay? Because, well, the reason why, it's just because of the way he says it, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, there is a bit of swearing involved here, okay? But just don't worry about it. I mean, we've all flipping swore from time to time, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? This video is nearly 55 minutes long, but yes, it's absolutely correct. You know, what is this about now? Oh, yeah, what this is about, so one part of it, okay, one part of this video now, okay? What this is about is somebody apparently has, did they put a comment, supposedly, to say that they pray that, you know, born in the USA, that Trouble Trump, well, basically that somebody kills him. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, Mag is absolutely banging correct. Who was supposed to have put this comment or something, right? Did not say anything of the kind that they were going to do anything. They said, I pray that somebody kills Trouble Trump. But he never. Oh, no. Sorry, baby, sorry. It's all right, my delicious little babies, okay? Have you eaten that already, baby? Anyway, my delicious babies. No, she's come and had 2 lots so far this afternoon, my delicious little babies. Anyway, bless her. Yeah, because she's still got a little babies, you know what I mean? She spends a lot of time with her 3 little babies. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so sorry about that. So, but whoever this is did not say that they were going to do anything. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. The point that Maggie's making, my delicious little babies, okay? I'll see you later, baby. The point that Maggie's making, my delicious little babies, is that because what they're trying to do is like bring in this social score stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, that's the point he's making in this. But well worth a listen to this video, my delicious little babies, okay? And he also explained, you know, towards the end, to do with like visas, and that you could go anywhere in the world. So what he's basically saying is that if you're American, you can go anywhere in the world, but if you're born somewhere else, well, basically you're not allowed to go to certain. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. And everything what he was saying, there we are, is banging true and banging correct, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So well worth a listen, okay? But but to do this to somebody who has not said that they were ever going to do anything, well, do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, what Mag's saying is, which is absolutely correct, let's just draw a line there, is that, so basically nobody can say anything about Trouble Trump. But you see, and I will repeat this again, but if we go back some years ago now, my delicious babies, and I will keep saying this, if you said that you could not bear a Trump, okay, your numbers just went sky high. Do you see what I mean, okay? But now it's gone the opposite way, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? So if you say something against what they're doing, okay, well, you're seen as the most awful man or woman in the world ever. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? No. See what it is, you see, because ones can see, just like in our old England, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Ones can see. For those, bless them, who can see and hear, they've got eyes to see and ears to listen. Do you see what I mean, okay? But not everybody's going to like governments or whoever's in government. No, they're not. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But you shouldn't get into all that trouble because whoever this is did not say that they were going to kill anybody, okay? But the way it's going, okay, my delicious little babies, so I do not mean this nasty now, and especially bringing out, getting that bloody man, Ellison man, to talk about cancer. Do you see what I mean, okay? Well, come on. That's going to, not being nasty, it's going to anger a lot. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So, at the end of the day, I mean, if they didn't do these things, just in our old England, if they didn't do all these nasty things to their populations, well, they wouldn't be despised, would they? But why should anybody in the world, whoever we are, why should we be forced to, that you have to like whoever's in power? No. And especially when one's, to poison not only their population, but around the effing world, man. Do you know what I mean? What, and ones are just supposed to just sit there and just say, oh, that's all right, Jack. We'll kiss your feet and worship the ground that you walk on because, millions upon millions have been disabled. And others, very sadly, bless them, passed away. Bless them all. Do you say? So something is rather, there we are, backwards here, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I'm saying, okay? You cannot go around doing things like this now then and expect everybody to love you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's not how it works, my delicious little babies. And like I said, I've been hearing on more and more videos, okay? There we are, that ones are really not a liking Trouble Trump at all, my delicious little babies. They're not. Because what they're saying is, basically, words to effect, they're not trusting. And I don't trust it. But like I said, what I do is I just watch the flex, my delicious little babies. That's what I do. Because we know, there we are, what the flipping damn well out, there we are, stumbling there, but I'm not changing my video. We know what the damn well flipping outcome's going to be, don't we, my delicious little babies, because one's putting their trust into one man. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious babies? Nobody should ever do that. I mean, I spoke to somebody today, this morning, my delicious babies, okay? And I said, oh, you know, we're having a natter like, you know. I said, do you vote then? They said, yes. And they said, well, you know, I didn't want to vote for, what is it, in our old England, what's it called, Labour or Conservative. So they said that they voted for somebody else, my delicious little babies. But my point is, we should not be voting for any of them because they're very untrue for the things that they do. They seem to feel that it's perfectly acceptable to do all these nasty things now to us all in our country, my delicious little babies, okay? They laugh in your birth race when they're doing it now. And this is happening in all different countries with their governments, my delicious little babies, okay? So no. We're just meant to put up and shut up. I do not feel so, my delicious little babies, no. Not at all. And in fact, I've got to the stage, my delicious little babies, okay? For once, there was going to be another video that I was going to advertise today, my delicious little babies, okay? But the second that they said, I love Trump and I love RFK. As soon as they said that, I thought, I'm not forwarding your video at all. No. I mean, the majority of the video, right up until that point, it was good to listen to until that point. Because they just cannot see further. Oh, she's back again. They just cannot see further, my delicious little babies, than the end of their nose, my delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? What's the matter, baby? You all right? Okay, I'll get you something in a minute because I nearly finished my video now. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so yes, so it's all right. I'm just trying to see you at the moment, my delicious little babies, okay? Yes, I know, baby. I know. Right, anyway, okay, and I'll give you something to eat, then you're going to go home to your mama bear and your family baby and your little babies, yes? Okay, sorry, my delicious little babies, okay? So, because I'm not doing my video all over again, my delicious little babies. No, I'm not, okay? Okay, so you're going to go down then, baby, yes? A moment, please, and thank you. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so what am I saying to you? So, yeah, so the point is like at the end of the day, the fact is, the fact is, my delicious little babies, okay? No, you know, nobody should, you know, like you're not allowed to give an opinion or you're not allowed to give a view on something. Do you know what I mean? If you do not agree with it, my delicious little babies, simple things, that's the way it is. Anyway, the final video now, my delicious little babies. Hold on, please, baby. She's going to get herself all comfortable now. Okay, hold on, baby. Right, okay. So the final one, this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Come on then, baby. Come on, please, baby, because I've got to close my book. Let me just close my book. Let me close my book, my delicious babies. Thank you. Okay. Right. Sorry about this, my delicious babies. Right. Okay. Because she wants something more to eat now. Then she'll pop back home again because that's what she does. Sometimes she'll stop and have a snooze, you know what I mean, have something to eat in a snooze. And other times she just wants to have a little nibble, come and say hello, you know, then off she trots. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yeah? So this uploader happens to have 197,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. The numbers, for some strange reason, this has been happening for a while now. This uploader, bless, because I have advertised some of his videos over these years now, it does not seem to be moving from 197,000, my delicious little babies, okay? Anyway, you can also find this uploader on BitChute as well, my delicious little babies. So in your space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? The uploader is called We Space Got Space A Space Problem. We got a problem. Okay, my delicious little babies, all in capitals. Okay, my delicious little babies. The video should read, they got away with this, yeah. And it is, what is it? Nearly 32 minutes long, my delicious little babies, nearly 32 minutes long, okay? Now I'm going to close my book. Must remember to go backwards, yes. And what this is all about, my delicious little babies, is all different clips. Okay, so this is all different clips going back to the pandemic. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, yes. And when you see, that's why there we are. I'm just going to keep going on about it. I'm just not going to shut up about it. And who I spoke to earlier as well, okay, they took two, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, and they thought nothing of it at all. Do you see what I mean, okay? So this, there we are, shows the level, there we are, of brainwashing my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? I actually happened to be speaking to them as well to do with autism, and they just wouldn't have it. Just would not believe anything. Do you see? This is what we're dealing with, my delicious little babies. So you've got some, bless them, who have got a noddle, okay? You've got others where, if something was going to be, let's just say, rolled out all over again now, then these are the same ones, very sadly, there we are, who will do this all over again, my delicious little babies. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? Yes? This is, very sadly, there we are, the mentality. You know what I mean? They wholeheartedly believe in this shart, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, and that dear woman who I know, who I told you about, my delicious little babies, seen her today, and she's got one crutch now. She had to, bless her, she had to go back to hospital a few days ago, my delicious little babies. What's happening is she cannot walk. Where she should be able to, after having this hip replacement, which she never had to have any of this done. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? No. But anyway, my delicious little babies. But the fact of the matter is, she said if she goes to not use her a metal crutch thing, she says then her hip really hurts her. You know what I mean? So she had to go back to the hospital. Can you see, my delicious little babies, okay? But like I said the other day on one of my other videos, do you know what I mean? I'm just hearing so many now. This is, for myself, it's like nothing unusual to hear different stories, shall we say, my delicious little babies, okay? Oh, and the one who I spoke to earlier as well, they seem to quite like the Lego electric cars, my delicious little babies, okay? Very old-fashioned scene, my delicious little babies, okay? Some mothers, there we are, do have them. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Totally, there we are, brainwashed to the hilt. My delicious little babies, do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay? Anyway, I did mention to who it was. I said, please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy. I said, I'm giving you, really very good advice. Just do not take anything else. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Whether or not that was listened to, whether it just went through one ear and out to the other, I just do not know. But you know what I mean? But you can only mention it, can't you, my delicious babies? That's all you can do anyway. So that's the end of my video, okay? So yeah, little Chinny Chin Chin, yeah, she's made another appearance on one of our videos, my delicious little babies. I don't mind anyway, I don't mind. But my little beautiful little Maisie Moo, she hasn't made an appearance lately. Oh, I'll have to bring her back on very soon. And our beautiful little Rubes, she's having a snooze at the moment, okay? But all that I can really say right now, my delicious little babies, okay? We must not be surprised at nothing, okay? But like I say, it's right now, we just got to find a way, to try and keep our vibrations higher. Do you see what I mean, okay? In all of this craziness, that's all there we are. That's really all we can do. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, okay? Because they are just going to keep throwing it at us, my delicious little babies. There we are. There we are. They're just going to keep doing it, okay? But like I said, they're also giving so many distractions. I've been talking about this for flipping months now. So many distractions. And what's worse still, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's enough to give you flipping headache. Do you understand what I mean, okay? The ones, and these are what alternative media for some, not for all, for some, my delicious babies, okay? You would have thought that there we are, known better. But they clearly just do not. And then they keep falling for the shout, which I call myself, just like those JFK files, okay? As far as I'm concerned, it's a waste of flipping energy. They could be using their energy better somewhere else, my delicious little babies, do you know what I mean? And not on this, there we are, silly nonsense now. Because that's what it is. I just do not give a damn what anybody says. Like I said, he was a nurse, no what. Anyway, I've got to go, my delicious little babies, okay, because she wants something to eat. Okay. So wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, please, little baby, please, just a moment, please, babe. Wherever you are, please have a super duper and delicious time, okay? Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay, my delicious little babies, and please take care of yourselves, and there we are, and please try to take care of others, okay? Because it is going to get crazier at the moment, but we have to find, there we are, something to laugh about. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? We just cannot walk around flipping miserable all day or all night long. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because that's the energy that they want. There we are, everybody in. Do you know what I mean? They want you, flipping so down, so depressed, and so everything. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay? So, no, we will not do that, okay? But, like I say, we just got to keep watching the flex with everything, my delicious little babies, okay? Because while they're doing one thing, my delicious little babies, there we are, they're also doing something else as well. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So we've got to stay on the ball. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So you just take care, okay? But like I said, I'm not redoing my video now. I'm not, no. So I'm just going to give us something to eat. Our little friend, Chinny Chin Chin. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And you just take care now then. So much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so very much for any views, for any likes, and for the occasional comments. Thank you so very much. It's very much appreciated. I'm very happy, there we are, just to keep my numbers, at a low. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes? I certainly don't want them to go above, to be honest with you, I do not want them to go above 1,000. I just want to keep them, there we are, as low as possible. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. So until my next video to you all, okay, you just take care now. Love ya. Thank you. Goodbye.